I wasn't going to do this topic because this topic is really, really, really very sensitive to a lot of families that came over here seeking um, refuge here from persecution in their country. And these individuals been here for a very, very long time. They had children here and they built a nice life here for themselves because in their country they was getting persecuted, right? But I'm gonna say but because the reality to the fact is that most people came here illegally. You see, the people that's making the law and the people that's doing this, all of your all of civilizations that is in the West Hemisphere, right? Which is called America now, is here illegally. All of y'all are foreign alien that came from somewhere else, right? And everybody took this blessing land, this holy land, which was blessed upon the indigenous people of the earth, right? Which is us right here, us. We are the descendants. Yes, we are the descendants of the ancient ancestors that been here way before Christ's time. This is an actual true fact. Yes. The reason why I'm saying that because it's really, really important to get down to the nitty gritty of things. We was already in this land. And I'm gonna get into some of the teachings, based on history in the 17th centuries, the 1700s, the 17th centuries. We even date back, going back to the 16th, the 15th, the 14th, the 13th, so off and so on. We was here already in this land. What happened is that um, when slavery went on, when the Africans sold Africans in Africa, basically, they was taking over other cities in Africa and enslaving their own people. They sold them off. That's exactly what they did. They sold Africans off. So the descendants, which is us, we was dying off. That bloodlines from the ancient ancestors that did not speak, that did not talk. They talked telepathically and they used telekinesis. We was dying off and we had to breed in with the African. That's why, right, in our blood, you will find Kenyan, you will find West Africa, you will find Togo, you will find Congo, you will find any of these places, Ghana, you will find different places because we had to breed in with the Africans in order to save our blessing bloodline. We are not African and we are not black. We are called the uply God right ones. This is an actually true fact. And when people came over here, we fought them for this land. We fought them for this land. This land was already built up. Do not believe in his story. Do you understand that? We had to breed in and to save the holy bloodline, this bloodline of the West. The West is the father of all civilizations. This is an actual fact. The East is the mother that births all civilizations. We are not African. We are not Egyptians. We are not Moors, right? We are not Nubian. We are not any of these titles. Our titles are the uply God right ones, the first people in creation of mankind over here in the West. And these are the things I need to talk about, basically. right? So after we lost the war over here, right? Um, they've been trying to enslave us, but we kept fighting and fighting. Sorry about that. We kept fighting and dying and fighting and dying and fighting and dying. It's an actual true fact that the descendants. So after breeding in with the Africans, basically, right? After breeding in with them, how you doing, Abraham? Or official 6776 a off road. You are off road. What you mean by that? 5 and 5 and you are 5 and you are. I don't understand. You got to tell me what you're talking about. You talk about my mic. You talk about my mic is off. That's what you're talking about. I don't know. Well, you could I'm not gonna get into what you talking about. I'm a liar. You know, most people is not gonna like what I'm saying, which is actually true. It's a true facts, basically, right? So, for example, we had to breed in, and when we breeded in to save this bloodline, slavery started. This was slavery, basically. A lot of us fought against slavery. We was never no slave. We always had inventions over here. We always had inventions, even before they brought the Africans over here from Africa. We always built technology and built inventions. One of the oldest schools was in Williamsburg. This is an actual true fact. This is an actual true fact. But I'm not going to get into that because that's another story where I'm going to get into, where that they found an underground pyramid. Like I said, we had pyramids already over here, right before Christ's time. This is an actual true fact. I'm a descendant of the ancient ancestors. That's all big facts. And anyone over here in the West are the ancestors. We already been here in this land. We are not African. Two different civilizations. Africans and the indigenous people over here in the West. Two big different civilizations, basically. Just like Philippine, Vietnamese, Chinese, Japan, all of those Asian nations, they look alike, but they all speak different languages. Do you understand that? They look alike. You could tell if you think they all Chinese, but they not. Do you understand that? That's the same thing with our civilization. But we are the first in creation in the West that taught all civilizations. This is an actual true fact. So the legacy of birthright citizenship, after going through pain and heartaches, after being hung, and after seeing our women getting babies raped, babies ripped out of their stomach, and all of this other stuff, this gruesome stuff, right? And the elders, like I said, there's only going to be left with children. Children, they're going to be raising children. Children, they're going to be raising children, teaching children. Nobody's going to really be there to teach you. Do you understand that? Because the parents and the elders are all dead. So the language and all of the teaching of the ancient ancestors are all gone. The teachings of the ugly God right one that did not speak, that did not have a language. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's an actual true fact. They was all killed and murdered. So there was only the children, the descendants, like me, the descendants, which all civilization backdoored us and took this land from us. Everybody came over here on a free ticket. Everybody. This land is a holy land. This is a blessed land that they call America. It been holy. It been blessed. By the Alpha Omega, the creator, everything in existence, the Almighty blessed this land by placing us upon this land that we call America. Is a blessed land and a holy land. This is why we always was fighting to say that we wasn't slaves. And we fought all the way to the last descendant. We fought, we had the breeding with the Africans. That's exactly true. So for those that can't come over here illegally, that's not right. That's not right. You understand what I'm saying? That come on the backs of those that fought for this land. All of you, all civilization, white, black, whoever you are, you're all illegal here. All of you. We are the rightful owner of this blessed land that the Creator gave to us. All of you, you're supposed to be coming over here for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to learn from us to get to the next level in life. This is an actual true facts. Most people may not like it, what I'm saying, but this is actual true facts. So people use this system to do whatever they wanted to do. To come over here, have babies so the babies could be citizens. And say, forget about us. Do you understand what I'm saying? Just because you're in other civilization doesn't mean that we the same civilization. Do you understand that? The same civilization. We all know that we are the first people in creation. Yes, because before mankind was spread it out, there was only one color. It was only one color. This color was only one color. And then after the flood, right? After the flood with Noah, peace and blessing be upon him, started dedicated to everybody. You're going to settle here. You're going to settle there. You're going to settle there. You're going to settle there. So when people start procreating, right? Because people was of the same color, when they started procreating in their environment, in their climate, the skin tone changed. The Creator start changing the skin tone. That's why you got different colors of the rainbow. That's why the rainbow means different colors, to show that different shades. But the Creator says that He created us from one single soul. Do you understand that? I mean, one single spirit, which the spirit is Him and He is the spirit. He duplicated Himself. It's everlasting. Do you understand that? So from that duplication, He started duplicating other spirits to put in other beings, meaning human beings. But we come from one single spirit. Do you understand that? This is an actual true fact. It's one spirit, basically. All our spirit is the same color. It's the same energy. That's what makes us different. That's what makes us more powerful than any other being besides the Creator in existence. And this is why this entity hates us so much. It's an actual true fact. But getting back to the birthright citizenship, this is an actual true fact. So I don't want you to get upset. This is actually true. Please do not get upset. I don't want you to get upset. I just want you to understand what's going on. This is no disrespect to anybody that's not from America. Okay? But this land is a blessing land. This land is a land of holy and blessing that the Creator gave upon the ancient ancestors, basically, to teach balance, to teach science, to teach mathematics. Over here in Africa was the place of birth or civilization. This is an actual true fact. This is the actual true fact. So I don't want nobody getting upset. And individuals that's over here illegal, I apologize. I know some of y'all fled your countries for persecution. You was dying. Your family was dying off. Some of y'all came over here. You don't even have family in your country, but to keep it real with you, there was a proper way of doing things, and the proper ways wasn't done because people are disrespecting this country, our land, the indigenous people. Do you understand that? I'm a descendant. The indigenous people that fought here and been here, that had to breed with other civilizations to save our very bloodline, our ancient bloodline. This is a fact. Did you know how we endured a lot? Just our civilization? We was dying off. We had to breed with other civilizations. Yes. Yes. So I just want people to understand what's going on, and I don't want people to get upset. Please like, share, subscribe to the dopest channel out right here on YouTube. This is all big facts. This channel is amazing. This channel is amazing, you know? Awesome. That's right. This channel is awesome, and you are awesome. And I thank you so much for subscribing to this channel and following, to all my followers all around the world. I'm about to go live again, so I want to appreciate your guys tuning in. Okay, I want to appreciate that you're tuning in. Thank you so much. Peace, y'all. Peace. 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 Peace.